Hello everyone, Ranjitha here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with you to share a fun stamping technique today called circular stamping. This is a very easy and fun technique in which you can use your regular sentiment stamps and stamp it around in a circle. You can use any stamps to do this technique. They go very well with circular cards, but you can try them on any card bases as well. Before we move on further, please subscribe to my channel and tap on the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. Let's get started. In my previous video, you have seen how I used a square template to try out a different stamping technique. Today I will be playing with a pentagon, a hexagon and an octagon to try out this circular stamping. To go on with it, I have cut circles of various radiuses and some fun stamps with some fun sentiments on it to go on with my cards. For this technique, you require a stamp positioner of any kind. I am using my Tim Holtz stamping platform for this technique. I will be first playing around with octagon. Make sure that both the sides of the octagon are flush against the corners of the stamping platform. I am placing my circular piece on which I would like to stamp on the octagon, making sure that it is centrally placed as I am just eyeballing it. The key to this technique is that you need to work with clear stamps because they are a little malleable and you can curve them to go along in a circular way. And the circular piece on which you decide to stamp should be smaller than the template you choose to work on. I hope that is clear. That is, the octagon should be bigger than the circular piece you want to stamp on. I'll stamp it once, and then once when I'm satisfied with the stamping, in this video I will be stamping more than once or twice because my archival ink pad is really dry and I think it's time for me to re-ink it. So excuse me for my multiple stamping, and I think this is when the stamping platform comes to great use because you can really drain your ink pad to the maximum. Now that I have stamped once, I am rotating this template carefully without moving the circle on it. If you are unsure about it, you can temporarily adhere the circular piece onto the template as well, but I thought I could manage it well with the magnets. I am rotating it again and stamping it again, but making sure that each time I rotate, two sides of the template are flush against the stamping platform. I'm repeating it again. Probably I will be stamping around 4 times to fill in the circle. I wanted to fill in the gaps in between the sentiments, so I'm placing a small star and stamping it with a contrasting ink color just to add some more interest to the card. You can do this technique with as many stamps as you want just to fill in all the periphery of your circle, but make sure that at all times your template is flush across the stamping platform on 2 sides. That's all you need to have to take care about, and just keep turning it and repeat stamping it again. Now I'm using the hexagon template and this best fishes stamp set, and I'm using this sentiment and stamping it again and again. It's the same process, but since it doesn't have two sides to flush against the corner, against the stamping platform, I'm making sure that one corner and one side are aligned to the stamping platform at all times. I'm just speeding up this process because it's the same process of repeat stamping, turning the template and repeat stamping, but make sure you don't move the circle over the template. That's it, I'm done with my second card. I really loved how it turned out. For the third card, I'm using the sentiment from Jelly Bean stamp set and a pentagon template, and repeating the same process of flushing one corner and one side against the stamping edge of the platform, and repeat stamping again and again. For the templates, you can simply take a printout from your computer and cut out all the sides and make your own template. Once you make a template, you can use it again and again as many times as you want and play with different stamp sets. Excuse me for my head blocking the way in between. I really wanted to align my stamps well, and I think my camera was positioned a little off this time. Excuse me for that. I really liked playing with this technique because it gives us so much scope to make new cards or entirely different looking cards with the same sentiments by just stamping them in a circular, and you don't need any special sentiments to stamp around in a circle. Just check out some fun sentiment stamps from your stash and start playing around with them. For the card bases, I have cut out 3 circular card bases to go on with my stamped circular images. Let's go ahead and put up one card after the other. For the first card, I am directly adhering the stamped piece onto the card base with some liquid glue. To add some interest to the card, I have stamped, colored and die cut a hippo and balloons. I have skipped this step entirely because I didn't want you to bore with my stamping and regular coloring. For coloring, I have used watercolor pencils as usual because I generally feel I have more control with the watercolor pencils than any other coloring techniques. I'm adhering the hippo and the balloons with some double-sided foam adhesive just to give them a lift against the entire card. Our first card is ready. Isn't it cute? Now let's move on to the second card. For the second card, I have already stamped on the inside of the card with the sentiment. Let's see how we can put together the second card. I'm taking the inside piece and scoring it on one corner at less than a half inch and making a score mark there, and I will be creasing it. I'm repeating this again with the third card as well. I am more comfortable making circular cards this way because this way the entire outline of the circle is seen, unlike the first card where one corner is a little flattened. Now that our card bases are ready, let's go ahead and put up the cards together. I am layering the stamp circular piece with a black matte piece and also a brown scallop circle over it, just to bring up the card together. I felt otherwise it was very blank. I've stamped and colored these popsicles. I thought it will go well with the sentiment I've stamped around the circle. I'm adhering them with some double-sided foam adhesive. Now let's move on to the third card. While I was trying to figure out on arranging the card, I felt the white card base was not going well with the white stamped circular piece. So I decided to distress the edges of the circular stamped image with some yellow ink. I will be slowly building up the color along the edges just to add some pop of color and to add a little interest to the card. I am sticking up my sentiment piece onto a piece of pattern paper, which at the end of the card I thought I shouldn't have been doing this step, but that's okay, my card still looks pretty. This would be a perfect love card or a card for that special loved one. So I decided I will have two veils instead of one facing each other. You must be wondering how I did this. I stamped the other veil also with the same stamp using a technique called mirror stamping. It is a fun technique. I will be coming with a video tutorial on how to do mirror stamping soon. It's a very easy technique which requires no special tools or no special stamps as such. So stay tuned to know how I did this special technique of mirror stamping. Now I'm almost done with my card. So here are the three cards. This cute love card with veils on it, a hippo card, and this popsicle ice cream lover card. You can see the close-ups here. I hope you loved this tutorial and you will enjoy making more and more cards with this special circular stamping technique. Do let me know in the comments below how you like this technique, and do share your valuable comments. I really enjoyed making these, and I'm sure I will be using this technique again and again to make more and more cards and be using more stamps from my stash in this unique way. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe to see more videos of mine, and please do follow me on my social media where I share my work. The links are given in the description box below. Thank you.